Billy here, Wild Meat Hunter NZ. Well, we've got an exciting trip for this weekend. We're about to head on out, pack the Amarok up and head up to a spot where we're going to set up for a couple of nights in a lodge that boundaries some public land. Just about to go pick up a couple of mates who are going to join us on the way up there, and then a couple of other mates who are going to meet us up there later on tonight. So pretty excited. We're going to hopefully get some meat, some venison meat, and hopefully a couple of the guys who have never been able to shoot their first deer, hopefully we can put them onto something.
So here up in Tableland Lodge and here with Georgie and Ants. We've just dropped our gear off and we're about to head out. Ants has got the bow and we're going to see if we can line him up on a deer.
Bloody oath. Hey, please do, mate. Please do.
And we've got Georgie here as well, who's eager to get his first deer. So we've got Plan B if Ants is unable to.
If I can't shoot straight or get close.
So we made way to a spot that I knew fairly well, and pretty quickly we picked up a fallow hind. So it was a perfect opportunity to try and get Ants in on the hind using his bow. Because we're on public land, there was a beautiful bush, it was sort of open terrain, so we thought it was a perfect opportunity for him to stalk in on this fallow hind. So I sent Ants off down this ridge line and gave him 10 minutes before we slowly started to make our way behind him as well. Unfortunately, the deer got the jump on us and Ants wasn't able to succeed in stalking on the deer. Must have picked up his wind, or we were a little bit too noisy coming through the bush fern.
Sweet, mate.
So we got back to the lodge after missing out on that fallow hind, and when we got back to the lodge I put my binoculars up and managed to spot 4 hinds down the ridge line in the distance. So I told the boys, let's get down that track and see if we can close the gap and maybe get an opportunity for George to knock over his first deer using the rifle. Unfortunately we were unable to succeed after putting in a bit of time sitting down and spotting the deer, but we decided to head on back to the lodge after a period of time. So pretty unsuccessful hunt. We saw a few deer, but Ants couldn't stalk in on a few fallow that we saw, and then we relocated to a different spot and spooked for red deer. But yeah, the wind didn't sort of play in our favour, so we've pulled pin and hopefully we might get a chance at those deer tomorrow. So we've come back to the lodge, awesome setup as you'll see, and yeah, we're going to indulge in a few Deep Creek American Pale Ale. So we're just going to put the gear away, lock the rifles up, and then yeah, give these beauties a bit of a taste.
Name's George. Billy's taken me out to try and get my first deer. So not a great start today. They say you're supposed to be upwind of the deer, but just before dark, prime time, Billy's sort of taking us out, and we're downwind of the deer. You know, you're supposed to stay above it, but not our greatest work, and yeah, we came home empty-handed.
This guy's a natural,
so yeah.
Day 2 we woke fairly early, got some brekkie on, and decided to make a plan about how the day would run out. We decided very quickly that it would be best if we split up. Ants and Dingo were going to head off to try and have a chance again at that fallow hind that we spotted the day before, and me, Dave and George decided to go in a different direction and see if we could get George onto his first deer. Fairly quickly, me, Dave and George managed to spot a mob of fallow. However, George was pretty unsuccessful and wasn't able to get a shot off.
So back at the lodge. Cheers for the spates, mate.
No, it's alright. Hey, it's good stuff.
Yeah. So we're going to cook up some offal for lunch for the boys. And I've got Ants here who's going to help me out. He's going to slice it up. Bit of onion, bit of butter on the barbie. And yeah, we'll
Primo.
Bit of bread and we'll get it stuck into it.
Bloody oath.
Grab that goober, mate, and slice some of that heart up. But yeah, some of the offal obviously gets left in the hills quite often. So
Yeah, well, not many people know that the engine room, the ticker, is actually some of the nicest eating. And from past experiences, I want to show you how you can actually trim the fat off this thing and have a feast for one. How do you do it?
is that way?
Oh yeah. So
You garlic?
G'day, my name's Ant. You guys can call me Big Pappy. I've just got into some bow hunting, so I'm bloody blessed to be down here with the fellas and try and get my first meat animal, get some blood on that arrow before I head to the States on an elk hunt in a couple of weeks. Cheers.
After giving the lads a try of liver and kidney for the first time, we decided to head out again, but to a different part of the block. We decided to head down the road a little bit, where Dave mentioned he saw a few deer a couple of weeks previous. After getting to the spot, we spotted a fairly large fallow buck right off the bat, and we were able to put in a pretty good stalk to a nice little high vantage point where we were going to get George set up for a shot.
Right, down to the right.
That's it, boy. He's only got one bullet, is he?
Yeah, his bullet.
Isn't that close?
Just to the left.
Just to the left? With it slipped off? Did I not get it?
It was hit. But
It jumped off. It's in that point. I saw it running. Hey, this other buckman's going to run down shortly.
Where is it? In relation to that slip?
Where did it slip? It was to the left. Yeah, we was about to throw on the deer on the back end. Bit of a steep climb up to the bike, so we've got Georgie and Anthony going to do a hard yakka. And yeah, good effort, lads. Ants?
Small one.
Ants?
Yeah.
Bloody good, mate. How was that?
Yeah, good mate. It's just a big meat pack. I feel like I'm going back to school.
Georgie, how's that feel?
Not bad, eh?
You see at the top, boy?
I'm used to taking big loads.
Well done, mate. Good effort.
Just want to say a huge thank you to Jenny and Brett Walker for allowing me and the lads to stay at Tableland Lodge for the weekend. What a fantastic spot in the heart of some prime hunting, right on the boundary of some public land. If you're interested in staying at Tableland Lodge, visit their Facebook page or get in touch with Jenny and Brett directly on the number provided.
That's the end of the trip. It's been an awesome couple of days. Thanks to Jenny and Brett and Dave here for allowing us to stay at Tableland Lodge. It's been a great trip. We've been able to put a few deer on the deck, so the boys have got a bit of meat to take home, and we've got to get them on a flight back to Auckland. So I hope you've enjoyed it, boys.
Bloody oath, mate. Cheers for it. Cheers for the hospitality. Big man over there in the corner, and Dingo obviously as well. Didn't know that was his real name. But our name's a good Dingo. It's good stuff.
No, but follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and check out all our videos on our YouTube channel as well. Cheers, fellas.